What are you doing? Man, what's up, everybody? God bless each and every one of you. And man, straight up, I got a word for you. I have got a word for you, and we're going to get right to it. Check it out, man. You know where we're at. We're in 1 Kings. We're in 1 Kings, and we're talking about the prophet Elijah. Man, check this out. So this is after he's chilling with the widow for the 3.5 years that the drought's in place in Israel. And man, check it out. He's had enough. God tells him, it's time. It's time to get it on. So man, he tells old homeboy, go tell Ahab to meet me at where? Carmel. And man, so boom, the whole place shows up. 450 prophets of Baal show up. They go to the top of Mount Carmel. And he tells everybody, he tells the whole population, look, we done with the games. We done with the BS. Man, either you're going to pick Baal and you're going to side with him, you're going to side with pagan idolatry, you're going to side with the flesh, or you're going to side with God. Make your choice. Let's get it on. And so look what he does. He says, man, make 2 altars. Get a bull, cut it in half. Man, you make an altar, I'll make an altar, and you go first. Now we know when he made his altar that he took 12 stones for what? The 12 tribes of Israel. And then he put the wood on it. He got it all set up. But there was something very important that happened. See, he made it seem like it was impossible. And we know that we got the God of what? The God that can do the impossible. There's nothing impossible with God. He says, man, go get 4 pots. Go get 4 pots and fill them up with water and soak that wood down. And he does this 3 different times, y'all. 3 different times. They pour so much water on his altar that water fills the trenches and runs over. And so he tells the 450 prophets of Baal, don't even trip. You go first. So, man, they're out there, they're summoning, they're hooting, they're hollering, hoo-ha-hee. Nothing. He says, well, maybe he can't hear you. Maybe you need to speak up a little bit. So they're yelling. They're chanting, they're dancing, they're jiving. Nothing. He says, well, man, maybe he's sleeping. Elijah is clowning 450 prophets of Baal. He's clowning them, and all of Israel's watching. He's putting on a show. He says, well, maybe Baal's sleeping, so maybe you need to bang on some drums and get it going. They crank it up. They get so cranked up that, brothers and sisters, they start cutting themselves. They get sick with it. And you know what happened? Bonk, nothing. Nothing happened. And so, man, he says, all right, man, step aside. And wouldn't you know, he calls fire down from heaven. Straight up. He calls fire down from heaven. And man, it's not just any fire. It's God's fire. It's holy fire. And what does it do? It eats up the bull. It burns up the wood. It burns up the 12 stones. And it even says it licked up the dust and took up all the water up off the altar and where it was at. Brothers and sisters, listen. The whole place, the whole population, they fall on their hands and knees. They're like, ah, Most High. They get down, right? Straight up. Showtime. But Elijah's like, no, we ain't done. He says, round up them 450 false prophets, clowns, takes them down to the river, and what's he do? He smokes them. He smokes them. This man is on hub. He's doing the most. He's unstoppable. He's got the backing of the whole country with him. And then what happens? The slightest little message gets in his ear. Jezebel, evil queen Jezebel, she sends a message to him. And man, we know what she says, man. In chapter 19, she says, listen, I'm coming and you're going to be smoked, man. By this time tomorrow, it's a wrap. Brothers and sisters, he let that false message, that evil message, nest a little nest up in his ear, in his mind. And the spirit of fear jumped on him, and he took off running. Homie, you just called fire down from heaven. What do you gotta be scared of? Right? You just took out 450 prophets of Baal. What are you scared of? But man, haven't we all been there, brothers and sisters? Haven't we all been there? Haven't we all been there, man? When everything's going good in life, when you're just winning, you can't lose, you got a great job, you're doing great at your job, your marriage is good, your kids are good, man, everything is on time, and then, man, one of your haters out of the blue comes and just whispers the slightest little message towards you, and man, you hold on to it. You grab on, you let it build a nest in your ear, in your mind, and you quit being Christ-minded, you quit standing in the Spirit, you quit walking in the Spirit, and now you're all the way in your flesh, and now you got a spirit of fear on you. To live in the flesh is to live in fear. And now all of a sudden, man, everything that was going good for you is got the speed wobbles. It's crashing and burning. It's all bad. Because remember, Elijah ran off in the desert, went up under a tree and prayed to God and said, man, just end it. Just end it, man. I'm cool on this. Until an angel had to come up and kick him and say, man, get something to eat. Rest and eat. Brothers and sisters, don't let the enemy whisper evils to nest into your ears. Keep your eyes and ears on God. You feel me? Do not let the enemy take what is yours. Do not let them take your love, peace, and joy. Amen? God bless you all. And let us all love each other the same way the Lord loves us. Look how much he loves us. Look at all this beauty.